In the NBA, championships aren't built overnight. They're crafted through decisions, draft picks, free agency, and sometimes the trades that reshape the league. Most trades come and go. Some spark debate for a season or two, but only a few change the NBA forever. Two trades, two moments in time, sit at the heart of this discussion. The first happened in the 1990s, when the Orlando Magic let a young Shaquille O'Neal slip away to the Los Angeles Lakers. That decision gave birth to a dynasty. The second, a shockwave in the modern game. The Dallas Mavericks parting ways with Luka Doncic, a move that left fans worldwide stunned, furious, and in utter disbelief. Both moments forced the basketball world to ask, how could this possibly happen? But which rocked the NBA harder? Let's dive in. Part 1, Shaq leaves Orlando, 1996. The year was 1996. Shaquille O'Neal was not just a player, he was a force of nature. At 7 feet 1, 325 pounds, he was unlike anything the league had seen before. He wasn't just dominating, he was redefining what it meant to be a big man. The Orlando Magic had drafted him just a few years earlier, and in record time, the franchise rose from irrelevance to contention. By 1995, the Magic had reached the NBA Finals. Shaq and Penny Hardaway were the future. The city of Orlando believed they had a dynasty in the making. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. Rumors swirled about locker room tension, jealousy between Shaq and Penny, and, most importantly, the Magic's unwillingness to pay Shaq what he was worth. Local media even ran a poll asking fans if Shaq deserved a $100 million contract. The majority said no. Shaq felt disrespected. When the Lakers came calling with the money, the market, and the legacy of purple and gold, Shaq made his move. Orlando had lost their cornerstone. The result, devastation in Florida. The Magic went from finals contenders to mediocrity overnight. Meanwhile, the Lakers paired Shaq with a teenage prodigy named Kobe Bryant. And the rest is history. 3 straight championships, a dynasty that defined the early 2000s, and one of the greatest duos ever assembled. Shaq's departure didn't just hurt Orlando, it changed the NBA's balance of power. Part 2, Luka Doncic leaves Dallas, modern era. Fast forward to the modern NBA. Luka Doncic wasn't just good, he was generational. A teenage prodigy who conquered Europe. Luka entered the NBA with sky-high expectations, and somehow he exceeded them. From his rookie year on, he was compared to legends. Step-backs, game winners, triple-doubles. Luka made magic every single night. He was the kind of player franchises dream of drafting. For Dallas fans, Luka was supposed to be their Dirk 2.0, the superstar who would spend his career in a Mavericks jersey. And then came the unthinkable. In a shocking move, Dallas decided to part ways with Luka Doncic. Whether it was front office dysfunction, financial mismanagement, or simply an irreparable relationship, the Mavericks pulled the trigger on a trade that no one thought was possible. Fans were blindsided. Social media exploded. Analysts on every network couldn't believe it. How do you trade away a top 5 player in his prime? They asked. Luka wasn't just a star. He was the future face of the league. The reaction was instant outrage. Jerseys were burned, season tickets canceled. For many Mavericks fans, it felt like betrayal. Unlike Shaq, who left Orlando via free agency with tension simmering for months, Luka's exit felt like a gut punch out of nowhere. A modern superstar, gone in a flash. Part 3, which trade rocked harder? The truth is that both moves shook the NBA to its foundation, but in very different ways. When Shaquille O'Neal left Orlando in 1996, the entire balance of power in the league shifted overnight. A young expansion franchise that had just reached the finals suddenly lost its cornerstone. Orlando fans felt abandoned, the team spiraled into irrelevance, and the Lakers were reborn into a dynasty. Shaq's decision didn't just affect one team, it rewrote NBA history. Without that move, there is no Kobe-Shaq three-peat, no Lakers dominance, no cultural moment where purple and gold ruled the early 2000s. Shaq's departure was like an earthquake that reshaped the map of the NBA. But Luka's trade hit in a completely different way. This wasn't the 90s. This was the modern NBA, an era where stars are more valuable than ever, where one player can single-handedly keep a franchise relevant worldwide. Luka wasn't just Dallas's best player, he was their identity, their hope, their global brand. To see him leave in the middle of his prime, when he hadn't even reached his peak, was something fans simply weren't ready for. Unlike Shaq, who at least had months of free agency rumors, Luka's departure felt like it came out of nowhere. It was sudden, brutal, unthinkable. Shaq's move created a dynasty for one team and destroyed another. Luka's move created chaos everywhere. Fans questioning ownership, questioning loyalty, questioning whether the NBA even values building legacies anymore. So which rocked harder? Shaq's departure shook the league's competitive balance. Luka's departure shook the soul of the fans. Both were devastating, both were unforgettable, and both left scars that the NBA will always remember. Conclusion: dynasty or chaos? So which rocked the NBA more? If we measure by championships, Shaq's move wins. Without it, there's no three-peat Lakers, no Kobe Shaq dominance, no dynasty to define the early 2000s. But if we measure by raw shock value, by the disbelief of fans who never saw it coming, Luka's departure might stand alone. It was the kind of move that made fans question whether loyalty, legacy, or common sense even exist in the NBA anymore. One trade built greatness, the other shattered belief. And that's why, decades from now, fans will still debate this question. Which rocked the NBA harder, Shaq to the Lakers or Luka out of Dallas? Thanks for watching this NBA Deep Dive. Trades like these remind us that in basketball, nothing is guaranteed. Not dynasties, not loyalty, not even your favorite player staying put. So tell us, which move shocked you more? Shaq leaves Orlando for the Lakers, or Luka being traded away from Dallas? Drop your thoughts into the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. Until next time, this is 94 Feet Breakdown, signing off.